Hello, my name is Anneliese Dodds and I'm the Labour MEP for the South East of England. And this is my quick update after the week in Strasbourg, which I've just come back from. So it was a very busy week. Started off on Monday with the chance to speak in the Parliament on the dangers really of David Cameron's renegotiation of Britain's relationship with the rest of the EU. I'm very worried that as Cameron is proceeding with his renegotiation, he might be taking British people's name in vain really by pushing policies that are quite extreme and quite right-wing. So for example, we've heard some rumblings that he might want to be removing from some people in Britain their guaranteed holiday that they get from Europe at the moment, 2 weeks through the Working Time Directive, and also working down some of the other working rights that I think are really important to British people. So I spoke in the Parliament on Monday saying, please Cameron, have your renegotiation, try and get some of the reforms that Labour MEPs have been asking for a long time to reduce waste, to make the process more democratic, but please don't get rid of the very things that a lot of British people like the EU for. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday, we had a lot of debate around the subject of the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, TTIP. I know this is something that a lot of people in the South East are very concerned about. I'm very concerned about it as well. We wanted, as socialists, that's the group that I'm in, to have a debate and a vote in Parliament on whether we can set out some red lines which we don't want the Commission to breach in negotiations with the US. In particular, the Socialists and the Labour MEPs within the Socialists don't want to see the Commission agreeing a deal with the US that again would threaten our working rights, but also that might threaten environmental standards in the EU, that would introduce private courts to settle trade disputes, and also that might threaten our public services. So we wanted to have that vote on Wednesday in particular on a motion that would set out what wouldn't be acceptable for the Parliament in TTIP. Unfortunately though, the centre-right and the Liberals and some other groups as well didn't want to come to an agreement with the Socialists. In particular, they're not agreeing with us on the issue of private courts, which we don't want. We don't want what's called ISDS, Investor State Dispute Settlement. We think that the US and the EU are sufficiently democratic to not need to have those kinds of processes. In the end, it was all a bit of a debacle. There were a huge number of amendments that were submitted to the resolution that we wanted to vote on. The guy who runs the Parliament, the President of the Parliament, said this is just going to be chaos. We won't have the vote now because there are too many amendments. We need to sort this out. However, Labour MEPs, myself included, felt that we could have had the vote actually, and we should have had at least a debate. So that's what I voted for on Wednesday morning in the Parliament. Sadly, not enough people in the Parliament wanted to even have a debate. For example, the UK Conservatives didn't want to have a debate, so we didn't have that discussion, which I felt was a shame because, as I say, I know a lot of people feel very strongly about this. And then on Friday, today's Friday, on Thursday, we had a lot of votes on different subjects, as always, particularly on human rights issues. And one matter where the Parliament expressed a strong view was in relation to FIFA. Of course, there's been a huge scandal recently that's been revealed about what's been going on in FIFA, but as many people will know, corruption rumours have been quite evident in relation to FIFA for many years, let alone for many months. So the Parliament said very clearly it doesn't want just the US to be taking action against FIFA to clean it up. It wants Europe, European member states and the Commission, the Civil Service of Europe, to be taking action too. This is something I feel really, really strongly about. I know there are dozens, if not hundreds, thousands of people across our region who give up so much of their time to support small teams, to support children's teams. They do that selflessly. They don't expect any financial gain. The kinds of money that some people involved in FIFA have been milking out of the system is a disgrace. So I was pleased that we got that vote through that sent a clear message to FIFA. The EU isn't happy with you either. You need to clean up your act and you need to do it soon. So that's my quick roundup of what happened last week. As ever, if you have any questions or comments, please do let me know. Thanks a lot for watching.